What's up today? I'm going to be talking about Night of the Seven Kingdoms, man. I just woke up and I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to talk about it yesterday, but everybody was home. My mom, my sister, they were watching something. I forgot what movie they were watching. They were watching the Turnover movie, not Turnover, Twisted. Harry Met Sally. The director of that movie made a movie. Two kids where their positions are reversed. Rob Reiner movies. Flipped. They were watching Flipped. Flipped was alright. I thought it had its funny moments. Anyway, while Flipped was alright, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, by golly, I am a big fan. I watched season 8 of Game of Thrones, and that's the only Game of Thrones media I've ever consumed. Nothing else. Not in any of the books, not any of the spin-off books, not the House of the Dragons. Only thing I've watched was season 8 of Game of Thrones, which people say is the worst. And then now I've watched the first 4 episodes of Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and between both of them, which one is better? It's a hard choice to make, you know what I mean? It's a hard choice. So I don't think I gotta describe to anybody what A Night of the Seven Kingdoms is. If you're watching it, you probably watch a lot of Game of Thrones, and then having me explain to you a Game of Thrones book with one of the most diehard communities of all time, I think is irrelevant. But basically, it's a bald-headed kid, basically boy wonder, the kind that you see in Magnolia, that if you watch that movie. He's gonna be a burnout, 100%. And then you have the Rob Gronkowski of a person, who's like physically dominant, super. I don't wanna use the word dumb, but he's not as bright as the Egg. By the way, Arion, what a hot dude. I mean, here in this photo, I don't think it's very appealing. But in the show, man, he's hot, dude. I'm not gonna lie, he is hot. He's a good-looking dude in the show. I think all the characters are kind of funny. Listen, here's the thing, right? I know how Game of Thrones is a lot more serious, and it does have its comedic moments.
The dwarf lives until we find a cock merchant.
But I feel like Night of the Seven Kingdoms is completely different in the first 3 episodes. It's just a lot of fart jokes and crude jokes. And even in the 4th episode, which it gets a bit more serious, there's still moments of tension breakers with crude humor where the guy just stands up and he's just everybody thinks it's a heroic moment where somebody's standing up for injustice, and then the guy just farts, subverting viewer expectations, and it's just haha, funny. Not for me. I didn't laugh. I was that serious, stone face. I wanted to kill the guy. So Duncan, they don't take him seriously. But man, dude, I've laughed. I'm not even joking when I tell you, the whole show, every episode after episode 1, I was smiling. I'm not saying I wasn't smiling in episode 1, because when I was entering it, I wasn't smiling or anything. I was eating McDonald's. I was eating a 20-piece chicken nugget, medium fries with no soda, no water either. Put that on because I needed something to watch, and it was a serious business. There was no jokey business around here, no monkey business. I put the show on, smile on my face in the first 20 minutes because it's a 30-minute episode. I think the first episode is 43 minutes. But my God, dude, I just this voice is so good, dude. This bald-headed kid, Egg. Let's talk about it. Nothing much to talk about it, actually. There's not much to talk about. I mean, it's only 4 episodes in. It's just I really like the show so far. I think it's really powerful. I think it's good. I mean, Sir Duncan, I think everybody in the cast does a pretty solid job of acting. I know there's one part where a lot of people, at least that I've seen on TikTok, people have an issue with it, where it's just, I'll take Sir Duncan's side.
I will take the Duncan.Ser.
Kind of looks unnatural, which is just yeah. I mean, I get it. Some people do talk like that, and if it was in person, you would be like, that guy is acting. You wouldn't say that, But since it's a show, you kind of are you kind of have to sell a little bit more, which he did not. His face just didn't move, man. It was just very stiff. But other than that, I think a lot of it is just good. I think Plumber here, I'm pretty sure this is the guy who's always throwing loogies everywhere. He's just And also, I don't think I ever told you why I started watching this show. I started watching this show because I'm a big sucker for Superman. If you ask me what my favorite superhero is, I'll tell you Superman. If you tell me who my idol is, I'll tell you Superman. Because I don't believe a real person can be idolized, I should say, as well as a fictionalized character can. Because, a fictionalized character, everybody knows they are fictional. And since they're fictional, you get to place high standards upon them and then also build a whole narrative around them as infallible or whatever. And Superman, I mean, there's 16,000 writers who have used them and thrown them away, but for the most part, when you think of Superman, you think of hope. Somebody who I aspire to. I'm not gonna say who do I aspire to. I aspire to so and so. Actually, I'm not even know. I don't even know why I'm trying to like, you know, play a fence sitter here. They're like Gandhi, right? Like Gandhi, you would say he's a peaceful figure, well revered, and then somebody's gonna be like, well, if I'm not mistaken, this actually happened, or this is the one of the primary claims against his character is just like, well, the guy was sleeping with underage girls in the name of temptation therapy. Or if you say like Martin Luther King, well, that guy was womanizing. You say Abraham Lincoln, they're like, well, he didn't do enough to free the slaves. Wait, and they say Jesus, and then you're like, well, you say Muhammad, well, there's always a gotcha moment. But like Superman, I mean, there's also gotcha moments where it's just like, well, what happened with this continuity where Martha Kent dies, or not Martha Kent, Lois Lane, I think there's like the Injustice continuity or whatever. Listen, there's thousands of them, and I'm not rating them, okay? But like I know there's like gotcha moments for everything, but there's less gotcha moments for fictional characters because you could just be like, disregard that. In contrast to, you know, real life figures where it's just like, well, they exist. There's only one continuity here, dude, and it's the one that happened. Unless you're like under the belief that there's like multiple truths to one thing or whatever the hell, you know what I mean? There's just like one interpretation can be different from another interpretation of events. But anyway, where am I going with this? I have no idea where I'm going with this, man. I just like the characters. So, Stefan can suck my balls. Arion can suck my... I mean, he's a good-looking man, so, I mean, I'd be blessed to have him suck me off on anything. But, you know, obviously I'm not talking about the real-life actors here. I'm talking about the characters. Although I am, you know, acknowledging that I'm using the actors in real life like they're... I'm not. Let's just not make jokes like that, okay? Never mind. Anyway, everybody else here in this cast lineup, though, I'm pretty sure is like a GOAT. Sir Duncan, GOAT. Egg, GOAT. Tanzel, I don't care. Darren, he lied, but he seems as so far he seems remorseful. Sir Lionel, drunk. Goated though. He's fighting for Sir Duncan in episode 4 or episode 5, I should say. Baylor, goated. My car. I'm forgetting who this is. Manfred. I'm forgetting these people. I don't know who Mycar is and Manfred is. Wait, is Mycar the dad of Arian? I'm assuming that's what's happening here. Stefan, asshole. I mean, I don't know why he... Listen, bro. Apple bottom tree. Boots in the fur. This guy could kick rocks. Yosef Kirker. Wait, that's just his real life name. Steely Pete, goated. Arlen of Penetry. I mean, he was beating the snot of Sir Duncan when he was younger. That's not cool. Oh, yeah, that's why I was talking about Superman, dude. Sir Duncan, the reason why I started watching the show is because people said that Sir Duncan was a very inspiring figure. You know, he's just all good in the world of you know, unchivalry and everything. He's an upstanding dude for the most part, and that's why I got motivated to watch it, because I'm a big sucker for hopeful characters. I'm a big sucker for, you know, I guess noble figures as well. That motivated me to watch it, and I started seeing like a lot of edits as well of Duncan Egg or something like that. I think that's her little epithet for their little duo there. Anyway, going back to the characters though, Raymond Fossaway, goated, actual GOAT status. I'm not gonna lie, man. He is just all about that business. All about that business. He cares for his ideals. He is ride or die. Plumber. I mean, he's a little sleazeball. He's trying to rig the game. It's fine. It's whatever. I mean, there's a lot bigger offenses that he could possibly make. So GOAT status as well. I do like this little like snot rockets to be tossing out left and right.
You'd need coin.
Bioni, I don't know who that is. Episode 5. How long is the season gonna be, by the way? I'm actually interested. There's only gonna be 6 episodes? Oh, hell no. Nah, there's no way there's only gonna be 6 episodes. Lord almighty. God, it's dead. 6 episodes and they're 30 minutes long? Dude, I swear this is not cool. What the hell? 6 episodes? Dude, so I mean, this is about to end already. But if you haven't watched it yet, dude, Night of the Seven Kingdoms, go to status. Listen, I'm saying this as a person who's never watched Game of Thrones. Or you could say that has never watched Game of Thrones, because season 8 didn't happen. And I liked it. I think, I don't know if all of Game of Thrones has as much moments as Night of the Seven Kingdoms has in terms of, I guess, wholesomeness and like... and playfulness. Night of the Seven Kingdoms, I feel like I could show this to my mom and she'd be like, me gusta. You could probably find this show on you know, on Disney Plus if you just take out some scenes here and there. think you can find this in Disney Plus. And also, by the way, there's a lot of scenes where the guy is naked. I mean, just show the cock and balls at this point, man. Like, they keep on doing the little tease, man. They're like every single time. There's probably been like, I think in the first 2 episodes, there's like 4 different moments where Sir Duncan was naked. And every single time, standing like this, washing like this, but is always in view. Like this, walks like this. He's walking, he's holding a log down there. We all know it. And then the one time that we see somebody's log, it's not even his log. It's Sir Arlen of Pennytree's log, which, by the way, he was packing some serious heat, dude. Do people really have a penis that big? Is that even possible? I mean, I've seen a couple. There's this porn star. His name is Mendingo. You know, it seems like a fun prop to have. I mean, I would love to have that prop. Of course, not seen used prop, but you know, like maybe a backup prop, maybe that'd be very cool. Yeah, anyway, it's a good show. It made me laugh. I've had a smile on my face the whole time. Not enough episodes. Clearly, 6 episodes is not enough. I have 2 more episodes. I have 2 more weeks of absolute peak. 6 episodes? This is not cool, bro. This is actually terrible. This ruined my day. What do they always say, by the way? I'll give you a cloth on the ear or something like that. I have no idea what the hell that means. They're saying on the morrow. Dude, so anyway. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. I'll catch you on the morrow. Alright? Take care. Peace. Boop.